Our first guest tonight is an Oscar-nominated actor with a new show from super producer Dan the Fogelman. He plays the lead Secret Service agent to a former president in the brand new show Paradise. Watch the first 3 episodes a week from tonight on Hulu. Please welcome Sterling K. Brown.
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm very good. How's your family? Everybody all right?
Everybody is in good spirits, healthy, safe.
Good,
yeah,
good.
Good space.
How old are your kids? You have 2 boys,
9
right?
and 13.
9 and 13.
They're fun.
They are?
They're
Yeah.
a good time. I enjoy them. I'm not giving them back. Yeah, I'm holding
Good.
on to them.
Did you and the kids gather to watch our new president almost put his hand on the Bible yesterday?
Hell no.
You did not?
Hell no. I turned it on HGTV so that the ratings would go elsewhere, and hopefully that had some effect.
I had it on in the kitchen. I was making breakfast for the kids, and I didn't know my daughter, who is 10, could hear it from the other room. And over they said, they were doing the introduction, the Honorable J.D. Vance. And my daughter goes, yeah, right.
She understands.
Have you ever been to the White House?
I've been to the White House during the Obama administration. I had the luxury and delightful experience of giving a hug to Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Her warm embrace was delightful and kind and loving.
Yes.
And anything that makes my wife jealous is something that I look forward to doing, because she loves Michelle Obama. And I was like, you know, I hugged her. And she's like, yes, Sterling, I know.
Oh. That's interesting, because when you said jealous, my first thought was she was jealous that you hugged Michelle Obama. And really, now I'm realizing she was jealous that she didn't hug
That's exactly
Michelle
right.
Obama.
Anything that I get to do that she doesn't get to do, that she wants to do, I live for it.
I see.
Yeah.
You like to rub it in.
Totally.
Does she get to do things that you don't get to do that you wanted to do?
Not really. I have a better life. She's cool every once in a while, maybe, but not mostly. It's mostly me.
At least you're honest.
I'm true. Yeah, it's true.
You and your wife, Ryan, right?
That's correct.
Host a podcast together.
We do. It's called We Don't Always Agree with Sterling and Ryan. It's 19 years of marriage, of us just talking about the ways in which we navigate the showbiz industry, navigate parenthood, marriage, etc. It's a great time. We still stayed married, and that's the best part of it, because I was a little worried for a second there.
Yeah, well, the title of the show is worrisome.
Yes, it
We
is.
don't always agree. Did you agree on the title?
Yes, she came up with the title.
That's good.
It was a good title.
So then is the object to talk about things that you don't agree on?
Exactly.
And you hash it out.
And we hash it out in the middle of the episode. Absolutely.
At the end, do you agree on the thing?
At the end of the episode, we kind of come to a consensus of like who won.
Uh-huh.
Which is how you should do marriage.
Yes, that's right. Yes, it is. It's a competition.
But because my wife and I have known each other since freshman year of college, like we have this sort of fraternal / we make love to each other on occasion relationship, which is really delightful. It works for us. Maybe not everybody, but it works.
Well, it sounds pretty good.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And also, in a way, like a lot of times when I'm having a discussion, let's say it's a discussion.
Sure.
Fight with my wife.
Yeah.
I will say loudly, I wish we had that on tape so I could rewind and play it back. And you figured out how to do that.
You get a podcast, bro.
Get a podcast.
Because she will say such outlandish, crazy things in life. And I'm like, this is crazy. So I try to get her to say it on the podcast. And she knows it's crazy, but only when the camera's running. So then she tries to gaslight me into saying that she didn't say it. And I'm like, look, woman, you're gonna say this on camera, and the world is gonna hear how nutty you are. I still love you. I'm not going anywhere, but you are nutty. Yeah.
It's funny, yeah. You feel like you won a battle, then and really you're losing a war.
Yeah, we're good.
I heard you guys had you guys went and did ayahuasca
We
together.
most certainly did.
Which is
I heard a few oohs.
well, it's a scare. I mean, I've heard of people tell tales, and they never. To me, it doesn't sound appealing.
Yeah. Okay, let me start by saying we're very crunchy granola black people. So that's my disclaimer. So when black people be like, he does that, I'm like, yeah, we crunchy.
Okay.
It was down in Costa Rica, and it's like the one licensed dispensary of the medicine. So they have medical people on staff as well in case anything goes kind of crazy. But nothing did. It was very cool. You know about the purge that comes along with ayahuasca,
Yeah,
right?
I heard it's just everybody's just vomiting.
Everybody's like, there's a whole lot of that. There's a bucket, like at the end of the mat. This young lady's face with her mouth just wide open is tickling me pink. She's like, huh? Yeah. So there's this bucket there, and everybody's tossing their cookies or whatnot.
Wait, does everyone have their own bucket, or is it
everybody has their
community
own little
bucket?
pallet. No community bucket.
Okay.
That's gross. Everybody has their own little bucket and your own little mat that you lay on so that you can go through this experience. And if you get sick, which is inevitable, then you come over to the bucket, you toss, and then you go back and lay down again. Now, that's how most people do it. I know, it's crazy.
You make it sound so.
Hear me out.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna make it gets even better for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't purge that way. I'm one of the few people I know that only purges through the back door. And so, now, hear me out, don't wait. You have time to make it to the bathroom. It's not one of those things where you're like, oh, no. It is.
You're not sitting on the bucket?
You have a little gurgle in your belly, and like, I'm gonna have to get up and go to the bathroom. And so you kind of like roll over, you crawl, and then you go to the bathroom, and then you like wind up losing a lot of water.
How many times do you have to go to the bathroom?
Me?
Yeah.
I did like 6. It's an 8 to 10 hour experience.
This is a vacation.
Yeah. I did this to myself on purpose.
And the benefits are what?
Clarity. It sort of exposes these blind spots in your life that you didn't even realize you had.
Like don't go to Costa Rica to crap in a bucket?
Maybe. That could be one for you.
that one of them?
I don't recommend it for everyone. It's an acquired taste. But for me, it sort of had this very unifying idea that we are connected. We are all one. We come up with these arbitrary distinctions that separate us and make us think that we have to war against one another. Well, we all come from the same source. We're all sort of from the same place. Like, if we can focus on the things that unite us rather than separate us, I think the world would be.
Then why do we have separate buckets? By that logic,
there's still
shouldn't there be
hygiene.
one big bucket, maybe even a kiddie pool right in the middle of the place. We could all, as this fabric, or this human web that we've weaved.
Well, that would be gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to touch anybody else's vomit, but it's such an awesome thing because you'll hear people vomit. But then, like, there's this sense of relief after they do it, so the sound is like...
That's what all vomiting is like.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't like to vomit.
Did your wife like it?
Not at all. No, you know what? She did, but she had a very different experience than me. And I think it's one of those things, honestly, I don't recommend it for everybody, but if you hear somebody talk about it a couple of times, it's kind of like the universe is saying, like, oh, maybe Sterling talked about it. You hear 2 more people, then consider it. Don't consider it just off of this thing. Right
How
now.
many people were in the room with you at that
About
time?
90.
90?
Yeah. It's a big room. It's a big room, so it wasn't crowded. And then you have different shamans around the room, sort of holding the space, making sure that you're safe and you're not hurting yourself, et cetera. But it was kind of a great communal experience.
Except for the janitors at the place. Yeah.
The janitors have a tough time. There's a couple of accidents that transpired. But besides that, it's a bunch of people wearing white in the dark. It's kind of like Midsommar. It's not. It's not like that. It's actually quite tame.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to see a clip from your new TV show.
Beautiful.
It's called Paradise. Sterling K. Brown is with us. We'll be right back.
Jane, who's in the bay right now?
Garcia?
Garcia, okay, good.
Sir, if we're locking down, shouldn't I be alerting Robinson?
No, not yet.
But protocol says...
Jane, I need you to quietly lock this place down for the next 30 minutes without asking any more questions. Only person allowed upstairs is Billy.
Billy's not here, remember?
He will be.
Copy that. You're freaking me out a little bit, boss.
Copy that.
That is Sterling K. Brown in Paradise, which streams starting a week from today on Hulu. I can't say, I know I've been told I can't say anything, but I'm intrigued. That's all I'm going to say.
Good.
It's maybe, I don't know, feels like one thing and maybe is a different thing. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. It's, you know, the president dies early on. That was James Marsden, who you saw right there, some of his best work, just laying on the ground. And so we're trying to figure out who killed him, why they killed him, who are the suspects. I wound up becoming one of the suspects, and it sort of unfolds gradually over time. And what you think is transpiring is actually only the tip of the iceberg.
Okay,
It
yeah,
gets there.
all right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said it and I
Yeah.
didn't, because I would have said something like that and felt like I ruined
I wouldn't want you to feel
Okay,
bad.
thank you.
You're good.
Did you, like, shadow the real Secret Service or anything like that?
I talked to a lot of Secret Service agents. I saw a lot of different security guards as well. And just sort of like witnessing them in work, what they're constantly scanning for any sort of threat, like always being on guard, keeping their hands out of their pockets because you never know like who you have to handle in any sort of situation, but also their demeanor. They're not looking to escalate anything. They're looking to make sure that their person gets from point A to point B without incident. So they're not bloodlust people. They're people who are looking to maintain control of a situation.
Some of them just want a little bit of tequila.
Maybe.
Yes. I love tequila, yes.
I know you're from St. Louis.
Yes, I am.
My wife is from St. Louis. so
Your wife's from St.
Yeah,
Louis?
my wife is from St.
I have
Louis.
to ask her where she went to high school. That's the St. Louis.
Yeah, she went to St. Joe's is the
Okay.
answer. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a big thing in St. Louis where
It's
you
a
went to high
huge
school.
thing.
Jayson Tatum is from St.
He went
Louis.
to Chaminade, that's right.
It's a oh, you know where he went to high school. and
It's a
everything.
rival high school to my high school, which is Mary Institute Country Day, yeah.
There's a pizza chain in St. Louis called Emo's Pizza.
It's awesome, don't say anything against it. What is your beef? Tell me.
No, you know that I don't like it?
I do know that you don't like it. It's a thin crust pizza. Is that your issue in and of itself?
The crust is the least of the problems.
Come on, give it
Is
to me.
this something that I had an argument with John Hamm about this?
Yeah.
Anyone from St. Louis is so
We stick by-
defensive of this pizza place.
delicious.
And I will tell you, I was excited to try it. In fact, I ordered it for my wife for Valentine's Day when we were first dating. I
Okay.
had it come out and I was excited to try it because she says, oh, this is Emo's Pizza, it's the best pizza.
Yes.
And we tried it and my first thought was, did I leave the plastic on it when I put it in the oven? And that is not a joke.
I believe you. You have to let it cool a little bit.
Okay.
I think you probably had it too, because sometimes the cheese will be running. If you let it cool for about 2 minutes, you would have a completely different culinary experience.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah.
That's what you do next time.
You're saying that if I were to try it cold instead of
No,
hot,
not
as
cold.
the pizza.
I'm saying like not just right out of the oven because sometimes the cheese needs to settle a little bit.
I feel like Emo's Pizza is my ayahuasca. You know what I'm saying?
It does something to you? Does something to the belly?
It's the cheese. It's the weird cheese, the Provel cheese.
It's delicious. Are you kidding? You really don't like it?
That's an understatement. Yes,
You prefer Chicago sort of pizza?
definitely. Yeah.
right,
No, I like New York. Well, you know, I mean,
New York is great too.
Yeah, no, I love Chicago pizza, New York pizza. I like pizza from Detroit, from
pizza.
whatever, except for Emo's
for
Pizza. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, to each his own. I'm not gonna fight you.
All right. Well, see, now if this is your. What about your wife? Does she like Emo's Pizza?
She loves emo pizza.
Oh, see, another thing
Yeah.
you guys can agree on.
We agree
Yeah.
on a lot. We
Okay.
agree on more than we don't agree on.
Okay, all right.
But the big ones, you know,
All right, all right. Well, next time maybe we'll try it together. I'll give it another shot.
that would make me very happy.
Okay, very good. Sterling K. Brown, everybody. Watch his show. It's called Paradise. The first 3 episodes stream a week from tonight on Hulu. We'll be right back with Jayson Tatum.